Morning, folks. We are headed northeast today into Nebraska. If you can't tell, my voice sounds like crap. I have a cold and finally feeling better. The last couple of days were pretty bad. Today, better. But yeah, we're headed to Nebraska to make 2 stops. Both of them are online auction purchases, both of them online. I guess essentially one of them you could have been on site for. We got a pile of toys to pick up at Cornwell Auctions in Aurora, and then I have a sight unseen truck to pick up in Marquette. And yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get on that truck. It's kind of cool, pretty unique. We'll see how it turns out. But we've got about 2.5 hours of driving here. We just left home. I checked cows this morning, tagged a couple calves, and we're getting out of here. So we're gonna get up there and get back and get home so I can feed, and maybe there's a chance of rain today. And if you can't tell, there's something wrong with my back window. I don't know what I was doing yesterday. I was rearranging my pickup bed so I could hook onto a trailer, and I hit my window with something and shattered it. So yeah, I kind of was just hit it. I must have hit it with like my boomer pipe or a block or something and didn't notice it, that I hit it or anything, and it just all of a sudden started hurting like little tinkling noises, and the window was still whole, but it just kind of slowly started to shatter out. And so yeah, cardboard it is, unfortunately. There's $700 window plus installation. But I'm gonna do some driving today, get to Aurora, then Marquette, and then home, get back, feed cows, and maybe start working on tractors and piners or doing some tillage or something. It's time. There's a chance of rain today, later today, that's a first in a while. Chance of rain Friday, chance of rain next week. It is scary dry around home. Very little of the grass is actually greened up, which is really scary, and our ponds are not in good shape at all, and I hate running solar wells and hauling water and stuff, so I'd rather not have to think about doing that. But hopefully it rains. We're gonna drive here, get there, and we'll see what all we come home with. I can't even remember how many toys I bought. I think I spent almost $2,000 in toys, so there's gonna be a pile of those. But actually I think I need to come home through Smith Center and grab some more ag leader parts at LDI. We got a few goodies back there in the back seat, and if your back seat isn't full of coats and stuff and tools, then I don't think you're actually a farmer, really. I mean, the guys have time to clean out their back seats. They must not have cows, or you know, must just grain farm and have no other side hustles, because mine's a train wreck at all times, because I'm busy, okay? But yeah, pile of toys, big one. Some really good stuff back there. We'll look at them more later when we get home. Got her chained down. What a honey. A little rustier in the fenders than I expected, but the cab looks really solid. And we'll look at this more home, but it's a V6 under the hood, GMC stub nose. I don't even know what model. Just loved the stub nose look, fenders, whatever. But it's an air brake truck. It's got air brakes. Doesn't have juice brakes. It's actually freaking useful. What a deal. It's a V6 gasser, runs good. Tires look pretty good all the way around. I don't know, I'm liking this thing. It's like a weir bed. Everything else is up in the back end. Hopefully that stuff will ride home. Looks like I got stock racks and end gate. Yeah, wood bed. Very classy, very classy. I like it. We're gonna get the hell home though. We can look at this more when I get home and get unloaded, because I got stuff to do tomorrow too with this trailer. Boy, let's roll. All right, we are home. Time to get this thing down off the trailer. I'm gonna set you guys up here and we will unload. Need to start it up actually first and let the air build up, because it's an air brake truck miraculously. I am still shocked by that. Let's see how she fires up cold. Or well, like warm, it's 70 degrees out, I guess. pounds of air pressure in the tank. How does that happen? My good semis don't hold air that well. Alrighty guys, it is now Friday morning. Losing my voice a little bit, so you gotta excuse me here. But we got home, unloaded this truck yesterday afternoon. I had a friend here and we kind of messed around, and then I had a meeting last night. And so now we're actually gonna get to talk about this old girl. And she drove down off the trailer beautiful yesterday. Air brakes working good on it. But we just need to kind of crawl around and look this thing over, I would say. And I got some new information actually, and I shared this on my Instagram story and a few other places. I guess Laura Farms previewed this thing, so that's kind of cool. Her and Grant really liked it. Kind of funny, and looking pretty good though. I wish, the biggest thing here is the fenders are rusty, as you can see. But really none of the rest of the cab is very rusty, which is really interesting to me. The fenders are so rusty, but the cab isn't. But from what I was told though, the previous owner, the guy before him, and the previous owner bought it in like 96, I think. The guy before him actually used it to haul cattle a lot to market, had the stock racks flipped up, and I mean, they're on there. We could put them on. Had the stock racks flipped up and would haul cattle to market with it and stuff. So that means he's probably using it in the winter. Then they also used it to haul a lot of ear corn, which is a fall winter activity. So it could have been messy and salty at that point in time, and got, you know, just that's what created the rust on the front fenders. But none of the rest of the truck has that, and I just don't quite understand why the fenders are so bad and nothing else is really all that bad overall. This GMC 5500 is what it says, and it's just a little stub nose truck, pretty unique. I assume the batteries are either there or there. I honestly not entirely sure currently. And yeah, it's got like a 16-foot Weir bed, I believe. Weir truck beds, not sure where they made though. But pretty good tires here on the back, big old meaty mud tires on the rear, 10/120s. Pretty, got some tread left, not too cracked up, that's good. I mean, he had it in the shed for me when I got there, so she'd been put away and pretty much always kept inside. Yeah, here's your stock racks. You can unpin those, and yeah, we could flip the old stock racks up and haul a load of cows to town if we wanted to. Not that I'm planning on doing that, although it would be fun to take a load of cows to town once behind the truck. I would do it just to say I did it. Get that back down. I'll work on that in a little bit. And you'd actually go through and pop out all these fillers to get more airflow through for the cows too. Really good 10/120 Yokohama tires on the front. It's probably the newest set of bias plies I've ever seen in my life. You can't read it on that side, but over here on the other side of the truck, it says Highway GMC Sales and Service Corporation, Grand Island, Nebraska. So these guys are just a GMC truck dealer, which is quite cool. Under the hood, I need to dig into the VIN number on this thing a little bit more, but it has a big block V6 GMC motor, and the spark plugs are actually on top of the head, not down by the exhaust manifold, which is really interesting. It's supposed to make them more serviceable, but that thing looks like it could be a real bastard to work on with the motor shoved back up into there, being it's a COE truck. But I guess no power steering. I see air pump right there on top of the motor for the air compressor or for the air brakes, which is wild that it's an air brake truck. Looks like it still has a juice clutch though, like a master cylinder there for the clutch. Nothing too wild going on here. The air filter's clear up high, probably oil bath, I would guess. Open the other side up and see if we can learn anything over here. Yeah, dipstick over there. We should probably pull that this morning. Let me see if I can find a way to watch this hood up. This is 9 quarts without filter, so probably 10 with a filter, one would assume. It's a long dipstick. It's just on the add mark, so we can probably better add some oil to it in the future. Motor's kind of greasy. And that's actually a generator there, I think, and not an alternator. Don't run into that very often anymore. Big old steel fan shroud. Nothing too wild to report besides the weird spark plug locations. I think that might have been the old prop rod that's missing now for the hoods. Or, oh no, it comes down from above. Right there. Yeah, see, look. They weren't thinking about tall people when they built this. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. There we go. No, she's propped up. There you go. Now I can actually like dig into this a little more. But yeah, little V6, no idea what size yet. Somebody, I think, has advertised a 305 or 351. Wondering if it's, we just well look at the interior now. Interior silver, which is kind of cool. Maybe the truck was originally silver. Hard to tell, but yeah. Gross horsepower 210, net horsepower 182. It's got Wolf's Head oil right there from, looks like Geneva, Nebraska maybe, which is kind of cool. Shift patterns up high there. Not much going on behind the seat there. It's got one tank here on the left. Looks like maybe in the past it might have had a right tank, but currently just a left tank. Guess it's got a tank up in the cab here, but it's not hooked up to anything, which is fine. I'd rather not be sitting in the tank or the cab with the tank. Let's see how it fires up this morning at 35 degrees. Maybe that one's the choke. Fires right up. No air pressure this morning. Oil pressure is coming right up. Yeah, amp's not really doing anything yet. I'm gonna shut this door. Not a very big cab, not small, but not big. The throttle position for me leaves a lot to be desired, and for a multitude of reasons. The seat's too low, steering wheel's too big, and if I have it in second gear over here, my knees hit the shifter and the dash and the steering wheel at the same time. So that's less than ideal. Let this thing build up air and just idle for a little bit. Great oil pressure, 50 pounds. This is the hoist. That's the hoist PTO. And I think, messing with this last night, we'll get the hoist up in the air. I think it might be a power up down hoist, which is, yeah, it's got two lines going to it. It's a power up and power down hoist, which you don't see a lot of.
That's pretty cool. We'll just stop it here. But Schwartz hoist, I see. Tapco Incorporated. Good old nice wood bed though. I mean, better than a lot of them. These would flip up too, and that's for your rear gate. But there's your end gate for the bed if you're hauling grain. That's the front stock rack right there. Don't know what that rear piece is. Might go across the back here, just as, and then yeah, there's your rear stock rack set up there too. So that's pretty cool. You can run cows in this thing. It's got the bar across the back to back up to the loading alley. So pretty cool. Sure sounds good. They said the original fuel pump quit them, so they put an electric one. You can see the shiny thing down there. That's fine. Bed floor looks really good. No real rust or anything wild happening here. I'm sure this is probably a battery. You would think. Oh, well, look at that. There's literally nothing behind that. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the battery over there. And these are just steps to help you get in. Kind of wild. There's your air tanks. Wonders where those are hiding. They're up underneath the cab. I flipped the lights on to see the clearance lights in the cab. None of them are working, so there's probably a wire cut somewhere. Side marker lights aren't working either, but headlights, don't have marker lights down here. Bed lights, that one's working. Yeah, that one's working good there. There you go, and then one on the corner. I guess if you want to see what this thing brought, you can go watch Laura's video. It's on there selling actually. But I'm gonna back this thing up here now. We'll just take her for a spin, maybe. Run through downtown, take her up through the gears. I don't know. They did say that the 2-speed is not currently functioning. It's just stuck in high currently, and that's okay. That's no big deal. You can hear the air compressor kick in and out, so, and pump, which is kind of cool. But yeah, throttle position sucks for me. That's first. The gear pattern's a little wonky, having first all the way over to the right, and then yeah, the shift sequence is like the Lodestar mostly, so notable. Or my DV550 Lodestar. We're gonna back out of here. Go for a spin. All that throttle position sucks for me. Mildly painful for me to drive. If I keep this around, we're gonna have to work on that, that's for sure. Air horn works. Yeah, see that? That doesn't work for me. Low grinded, no big deal. Can't get on the gas pedal with the shifter right there. That is a problem. Missing a little. Could use a carb clean probably. Yeah. Yeah, can't get my foot on the pedal there.
Brakes work good. Yeah. We're gonna take a little practice to figure out how to run this thing. She's a little different, and with the weird throttle position, it makes it hard for me to drive it, honestly. Turning around fairly short here. Grab you guys. But yeah, the throttle position leaves a lot to be desired for me. I can't even really get my foot on the throttle here. There we go. Coming up to 10. Yeah, shifting might be a little loosey-goosey. I wonder if I can bend that throttle around and get it to a point where I can use it. It says oil filter is 1133. I wonder if that's Napa number, so it'd be a 51133 Wix number. GMC parts and service, Cornhusker GMC up there on the roof. Kind of cool. Oh, I can't get my foot on the throttle. Get here. Definitely no power steering. Ugh. She's a runner though. My golly. I don't know. Gotta watch, make sure I don't wedge my hand in right there driving this thing. Mild problem. Yeah, but it's a mechanical park brake, but it's got air brakes on the rest of the truck. It's kind of weird. No idea if the turn signals work, don't really care. Yeah, temp came up nicely. Still holding just under 50 pounds of oil pressure. Ashtray. Doubt the fan and stuff works. Huh. Nice old truck. But now we got something else to do. We gotta run a Norton. I bought 5 or 6 things on an auction in Norton. So pickup's in there idling waiting for me. Getting warming up. We'll leave here in a second. Overall though, very pleased with this. Nice old truck, not bad for like 1,000 or 1,050. Runs, drive good. We get the throttle where I can actually run the pedal and not hurt myself and cause leg cramps. We'll be good. But good old truck. I like this thing. Ran down the road nice there for me. Really smooth, sounds good. Air brakes are great. That's got to be a battery box, and those are just steps.
pleased. I don't know, put the end gate in this thing and we can haul some stuff with it. It's probably going to make it up to the tractor show in Almena this year, I would say. Because, I mean, why not, right? Just as well. She's a good old girl. GM mud flaps, that's a nice touch. Got a hitch on the back. We could cause some trouble with that. Pull a wagon, you know, with it or something. I don't know, I guess. Let's go pick up some more junk. All right, looks like the guy is not here to load me out yet, so we'll talk about what we're up to today, what we bought. He'll be here before too long. He said sometime after 9, and it's just now 9. It's all good. I'm not in a rush this morning. We're out of the wind here, so this is great, but just an estate cleanup, I assume, from here in the Norton area. And first thing I bought is this Ford 8N Funk conversion. I think it was 130 bucks. And she's rough. Doesn't have spark plugs in it, stuff like that. But I figured, you know, somebody needs parts off this. Probably not me, but somebody probably needs some stuff off this. So bought this guy. We're just gonna assume locked up and call it salvage. Side distributor IC. Well, it's 6-cylinder, so 6-cylinder Funk conversion. Rims really aren't that bad, but those look like they're off a combine or something. So yeah, kind of whatever here. Not overly concerned with condition for the money on this thing. Second thing here is that pickup bed trailer. Thought it was cool. It's actually an old Decatur Norton Electric Cooperative pickup bed. You can tell because they used long narrow bed Ford trucks, which is the Ford bed, and then they took the fender flares or the fenders off and put these service body sides on it. And I just thought it was kind of cool, unique, not too crappy. Could be useful. I don't know. It's kind of not a bad looking rig. Comes with a fuel tank in the back that somebody can have, probably, because I don't need it. But I might actually put a fuel tank in this and use it myself this season. I don't know, not bad for like 300 some odd bucks. Sucks that that door's messed up there. Everything else seemed to open and close pretty good, so we'll just roll with that deal. And then bought 3 more lots here. 2 of them are mine, 1 is Dad's. I don't know why Dad bought the one, but that's neither here nor there. Other 2 things we got out here is this Kent spring tooth. These are made in Kansas, so I'm gonna air up the tires, take it to the show behind the tractor, because it was made in Kansas, tipped in Kansas actually. This one's really not that bad. All the harrows are here. The hinges look fine on it. Totally, to me, tires are hopefully take enough air to get home. We can shoot some grease in with greasable wheel bearing caps. As long as I've got like 2 good tires in the ground, we'll make it home. And then Dad bought this IH drag harrow. That's cool. We're gonna set on the trailer here first this morning, and then we'll come back for the Kent, but we'll set the pickup box trailer, the Funk on, and then we'll start working cleaning that shed. All right, the last piece of the puzzle of things we bought is the contents of this bay here, of this barn. And mostly I wanted the Kansas Farm Bureau sign here. Not that I like the Farm Bureau. And the Norton license plate topper here on the wall. Essentially is why I bought this, but there's quite a few other things in here. Air compressor, welder, welder goes with me. There's a vise there. Quite a bit of stuff. Old license plates. We'll make sure we get the vise unbolted here in a little bit. And anything else in here is free game for me. Toolbox, air bubbles. See an IH bucket over there. We're gonna take scythe. Pretty much anything we can grab, we're gonna take. IH hydraulic couplers, better take them along. Yeah, so we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna come back later today and probably get more as well, but let's load up a few things in here. Well, this all looks a little special, especially with the whole boatload of stuff out of the shed in the back of my truck. And they didn't quite have this latched up in transport, so I had to take the wheels off. But we're gonna head home now, I think. Hopefully all goes well. Only got about 16 miles to go, so let's just hope it's unexciting. Just gonna cruise home on country roads. Not much to it, but I got a lot of goodies. Sure. Back at it again this morning. We gotta knock a dozer off this for a guy coming this morning. I'm gonna show you this Ford Funk a little closer. I have actually already sold it to a friend of mine, so it will not be staying around here. JR from across the state line up near, you know, Beaver City town, has a Ford Funk as well with the 6-cylinder in it, and he needs parts essentially. And well, here you go. She's ugly. I mean, really, truthfully, its exhaust is missing, no spark plugs in it, thermostat housing's off of it, but it does have like the carburetor, and he needs this intake hat, and a lot of this would just be like so we can copy it too. It's also, we noticed, got this cool auxiliary fuel tank in it. I assume because, well, the 6-cylinder drank like twice as much fuel as the little 4-cylinder did. I think he's also probably going to try to make use of the rear rims with probably different tires and put the wides off the front of my gold Ford on the front of it. And there's just a lot of other little things here that can be used on his other Ford tractors. He's got a handful of them, so it's going to where it needs to go essentially. We were hoping it happened to have like a Sherman overdrive or underdrive or over under. It doesn't, so that's unfortunate, but there's a lot of usable parts here for him. She's ugly. I think I bought it for 130 bucks and sold it for 500, and that's way okay to help a friend out and make a profit essentially. And then this Ford pickup box trailer, fairly excited about it. Need to put like a 300-gallon fuel tank in it, put trailer tires on it, but I think we can set this up. I think I got a hose reel for fuel at home too, maybe put an air compressor in it, just some bare essential tools, and make use of it essentially is kind of the plan. It's a pretty cool old trailer. You just don't see a ton of long narrow box Ford stuff around, and for the money, it's even got like bolted in bed rails, headache rack, just pretty good stuff overall in my opinion. Got a socket set. It's empty, so it doesn't do any good anyway. The only real damage on it's right there, unfortunately, and that's it. Piece of railroad iron. Did have a jack on it, but that got broke off in loading. Hopefully the handle still cranks and stuff like that. We can weld her back on. It looks like it wasn't that well attached anyway, but we'll make use of that. But back to what's at hand here. Tractor Mike's going to be here in like an hour and a half. And this is his 806. It's just been hanging out here. I went and picked it up for him. Got it running where it sat. The injector pump on it is acting up though. It wants to run away. Typical Rusa stuff. But auto dozer on it. Probably for a 40-20, I would assume. It's a square tube A-frame, so probably built 67 to 71-ish. They went to the underbelly angle dozers in 71 or 72, and prior to like 66 or 67 they were round tube A-frames. The later A-frames actually had like a quick attach hooks on the front here too, which you saw in a lot of the angle dozers. But we're going to drop this sucker off, and I got to put oil in the transmission on the tractor because it doesn't currently want to steer, and then we'll get it ready for him to get here and get it loaded. But it's got interesting aftermarket 3-point on it that's been grafted onto it, but he's mainly buying it for parts for, I think, a 1256 Wheatland he needs fenders for it, maybe rims and tires. We're going to get him hooked up, and he's working, I think today he's bringing in a couple things for me to feed the addiction. I think like a 3-wheeler and a 4-wheeler, and he's actually making a stop trying to get a tractor bought for me as well, along with some other stuff of his that he's after. So that's what we're after. I'm gonna lift up the front of the dozer, get the bit set on the ground, and then set the back end, so put my forks under right here, lift up, get the rear pin out, get the whole dozer on the ground. We'll pull the tractor backwards a little bit, slide the front dozer mount off of it, and yeah, be pretty much ready for Mike to load. Well, it made it off. No drama there. I'm gonna get some hydraulic oil and hopefully get some oil in it, and it'll move.
Hopefully.
And be ready for Mike to load here in a little bit. Mike is come and gone now, and I said I'm out of here with an analyst tiller, and that 806 is amazing. I didn't talk him into something else here, but that's okay. He brought me in two things though. Honda 200, believe this to be a 1981 model year with that stripe on it, I think. We'll look on the other side. Yep, 81 model year. I have owned a lot of these Honda 3-wheelers over the years. 81 is my favorite paint job. I love the blue stripe on the tank. But pretty good looking. Front tires good, back tires are poor. That's okay. We can make this run. I've got plenty of parts around. Inside of the tank looks spotless. Headlights busted up, but we can surely glue that together, figure something out. Motor, oh, it'll run. It'll run. We can figure this out. I love these things. I've used them a lot. Like to ride them and use them when I'm irrigating in the summer because they're lighter and smaller to carry around than a 4-wheeler. But 81 model Honda 200, I like it. Then this one over here, I think I owned a Moto 4 a few years back, but it was a lot rougher than this one. This one's quite nice. Yamaha Moto 4, I believe these are like a 224cc, and really the main part of the frame on this is still very 3-wheeler based, essentially, but they added basically a front end that was not very suspended to it to have a 4-wheeler essentially. And yeah, this thing's nice. I don't see a reason this won't run either. We'll get some fuel and a battery in this thing and hopefully get her cranking up, because I will ride it too. Yeah, it says 350 miles, but I doubt that's original. But looks all complete in here. Little few cracks of things we can repair. I'll get that rack bent back up too. I like it. That is a sexy little 3-wheeler or 4-wheeler. I love the blue. I'm a Yamaha guy originally, but have had a lot of Hondas through here, but I don't think it'll take much to run this thing, make this thing run. It's got reverse shaft drive. Good little 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler. I'm sure we can use it to irrigate this summer too if need be. But I think we're about done with this video here, guys.
Got plenty of things running, but we're working on planters, tractors, and get ready to at least plant irrigated, and we can cover the current status of the farming situation more in the next video.
For sure. But the biggest part of this video, as you saw, is just the things that came in. I'm still crazy excited about this thing. Can't wait to actually get to use it a little bit. I'm glad that I can get to take it up to the SPPA show here in
less than 2 weeks, essentially.
If anybody happens to have a set of fenders for this, honestly, green or black in color would be really good looking on that. I would be an interested buyer. Not really sure what to dig in and educate myself on the VIN numbers on this, but I did look, and it's a 401 V8 or V6 GMC, all the goodies, air brakes and everything. Stock racks are up.
We're ready to put her to work. But I think that's the end of this video. Yeah, I want to know more. I mean, you can go see this thing in a Laura Farms video. That's pretty wild too. But overall, guys, don't forget about the SPPA show. It is the end of next week. April 24th is a poker run starting about 5:30. Registration, I think, starts around 4 for that. Saturday we'll have the full SPPA show with the demonstrations, threshing machine, rock crusher, sheller, sawmill. I have my PTO dyno out there. The Bessemer engine's going to run. And we'll do it all again in the afternoon with the tractor pull that afternoon to follow. And then we're going to do church service Sunday morning the 26th, and maybe a few other demonstrations if we've got time and feel like it, just weather dependent and people dependent. But that's going to be it. I'm on all the social medias as @TMontyIH. My website's territorialtrading.com. You guys have a good one. Take care. Go drag something out of the weeds, just like the old GMC here, and you get her running.